Hi everyone, my name is Jenny. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are not new. I'm so excited to announce that today's video is in partnership with Sephora. All of the items that I used in my Get Ready With Me in the second portion of the video can be found on Sephora.com or Sephora in stores. One of the common questions that I get for my Get Ready With Me's are my shades, and if you guys just go to the description bar down below and you click on the link, it will take you directly to the item itself and also my shade. I do that intentionally because I know that people will ask me that, and so if you just click on the link, the shade that pops up like on the page for the link is my shade. So I just want to make that clear. That really pertains to anything, like if there is a certain formulation or something, whatever the link takes you is exactly the product that I use. I'm not going to link something that I'm not actually using. You can also use the link down below to sign up to become a beauty insider. It's completely free. I actually had my cousins do it so they could get a birthday gift, so that's like one of the perks for every single tier. There is Beauty Insider, VIB, and Rouge, so depending on how much you spend per calendar year, it will reflect on your member status. And if you're purchasing online, you also get samples with every single one of your orders. Depending on your tier, you can also get early access to new releases, which is also really exciting. So be sure to click the link down below to sign up to become a Beauty Insider member. I personally am a Rouge member. Sephora is my go-to one-stop shop for anything and everything beauty that I might need. So let me go ahead and give you guys a haul. And again, all of the products will be linked down below for your ease, and you can just click them and shop away. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab things as I see them in the box. The first thing I see is the Kerastase Nutritive. And this is the 8-Hour Magic Night Serum. This is actually insane. My hair was feeling a little bit dry, and I had actually already showered early in the morning because I went about my day, I worked and everything. I worked out super early, so I typically shower like after my workouts, obviously. And so I used this because my hair was feeling a little bit dry and brittle before I went to bed, and I woke up and it was frizz-free. It was so soft. It was the softest that I feel like it's ever been, and this is just such a great product. I was really skeptical about it because I've seen people talk about it, and it's like when something is raved about so much, I kind of am a little apprehensive on even purchasing it in the first place. So, but this is what the bottle looks like. This is such a great product, and I'm super happy to have it. Actually, I wasn't the one who chose this. It was Jazzy, my little sister. She wanted to try it because she wants like healthier hair, and her hair is just straight and dry. So she ended up getting this, and I was like, wait, let me try it. So I actually tried hers, and then I ended up keeping hers, and then I just bought her a new one because obviously I'm not going to give her a used one, but I love this product so much. So thanks, Jazzy. I do take a lot of her recommendations into consideration, but most of the time not really. Next I have the K18 Biometric Hair Science Leave-In Molecular Repair Hair Mask. That is such a mouthful, but I love this product so much. Do you see how big this is? Like, this is insane. I am so happy to have a bigger bottle of this because the little one was just not cutting it. And this is the 3.38 fluid ounce, and this is just such a great product, and it smells so good. Nothing has made my hair as soft as this has, and I love it so much. I don't use it every day. I use it maybe once or twice a week, and that's because I put conditioner in my hair and I tend to forget if I want to use this. So I have to intentionally like leave this on the counter, see it in my face, and then think, okay, I'm not going to use conditioner today. I love this typically when I shower at night, like when I wash my hair at night. I think it's really great for that. I've been doing yoga sculpt towards the evening, and so it's been really great to just like throw this in my hair and have it in there. I would recommend to try the sample size. I actually went from like the sample size to the 1.7 fluid ounce, and then now I have the bigger one. And so I think that just attests to like how much you love something is if you're getting a sample and then you end up purchasing a full size and then you get like an even bigger value size. I think that's like so good. This product is the Shani Darden Retinol Reform Smooth Fine Lines, Firms, and Brightens. This is actually insane. I get milia around my eyes every so often. Sometimes I'll get milia around my eyes, and one day I just thought like, let me try the Shani Darden Retinol because it's known to kind of exfoliate and like brighten your skin, and it kind of leaves it a little bit dry towards peeling, but that's like the product working. You're obviously not supposed to use it every day. I think it's recommended 2 to 3 times a week. One day I woke up and my milia was gone. Like, it was crazy. And I intentionally put it there because I wanted to see if it would get rid of it and exfoliate the skin off of it. And when it says exfoliate, it's not necessarily like a exfoliator, actual like face wash exfoliator. It's more of like a chemical exfoliator. I do have a milia on my eyelid. I think I had it on this side, and it went away, and then now I got one on this side, so that one like hasn't gone away yet, but because it's around the eyes, I'm trying to be so careful with how much product I use. So I've been using this sparingly, but this is one of my favorite products to combat dark spots. I always have to have this in my rotation at some point, because I know that once a pimple comes up or once I get a really dark spot from popping a pimple or something like that, I know that this is the only product that is going to save my skin and get it back to normal. So that was quite a mouthful, but I just have to talk about this because this is one of my favorite products of all time. This is my 3rd bottle, so I think that really says a lot. Okay, next for skincare, we have the cleanse. This is the Ilia Soft Foam Cleanser and Makeup Remover. I love cleansers that also take your makeup off, okay? I feel like that's not talked about enough, and I feel like I have used face washes that don't remove your makeup, and sometimes I'm not in the mood to do a 2-step cleanse. I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm very lazy when it comes to the evening, especially if I get home from dinner, if I had a few drinks. I'm not in the mood to double cleanse at all. So this has been really great for that. I also really love foaming cleansers because it feels a little bit lighter on the skin. It feels a little bit more airy, more breathable on the skin, and it doesn't feel as like congested or heavy. I feel like sometimes with regular cleansers, or if it's gel cleansers more specifically, I tend to feel like I have a little bit of a slip on my skin, and the foaming cleanser does not feel like that. So I absolutely love this product. I've used it like 2 or 3 times already, and I can already tell it's going to be like one of my favorite products. Okay, next we have the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cleanser. This is like my favorite go-to cleanser, and it's not heavy at all. I use the tiniest bit, and a little goes a very long way. It's very reasonably priced as well. I would say this is one of the more affordable face washes, and it lasts a long time. It's great for all skin types. It's just such a great overall product, especially if you have like younger kids that are wanting to be into makeup or wanting to be into skincare. I think this is a great starter facial cleanser, and even if you have been in the game for a long time, like I said, love it. Next for moisturizers, I have the Ilia Barrier Build Skin Protectant Cream. These kind of do the same thing. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. They are like a little bit of a thicker consistency, and they kind of leave a little bit of a slip on your skin before you apply your makeup, and I really like that. You can also mix it with your makeup. These products are just like a dry girl's dream come true. I actually have not dipped into the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, but I'm excited to try that out. I have used the Ilia and I love it. Next I got some depuffing eye patches. These are my favorites. I just throw them in the fridge before I want to use them, and they feel so refreshing and cooling, especially after a really hot session of hot sculpt. I've been having kind of a new routine since I've been doing hot sculpt, so I'll share that with you guys in a vlog, but these are really great for just feeling a little bit refreshed, and I like to pick up a couple every time. I have 2 Say Super Glowy Gels. This one is in Warm Glow, which I absolutely love. I used it in today's video. If you guys cannot tell, like all around my face, that is what you see that is glowing. It's a little bit more of like a golden shade as opposed to Star Glow. And then I also picked up Rose Glow, which is a little bit more pinky. I feel like when my face is a little bit more pink, it looks a little bit more youthful and kind of like baby. I feel like that's kind of the look that I want, baby. I've been calling everyone baby. This one is a little bit more pinky, as you can tell, and I just love that kind of sunburnt, sun-kissed kind of look, even though we are in winter. I think winter you also get that kind of like rosy cheeks and like a red nose because you're so cold, and I also really love that look. I think it's a little bit similar but just not as bronzed, of course. I'm so excited I was actually able to pick this up. This is the Revive Primer. This is the Prime and Sculpt. If you guys are on TikTok, chronically online, okay, this product, you have seen it like time and time again. It feels so nice and so moisturizing. I haven't used this product because I was using the Ilia moisturizer as my primer kind of, but this one just feels so good. There's no tacky feeling. This is just such like an aesthetic product. Like I just love it. I love the way that it looks. I'm so excited to try it out, and I cannot wait. I will give you guys a review in a few weeks, I'd say. For face products, I picked up the Hourglass Veil. This is the skin tint that everyone is raving about. I actually picked one up for my mom. I got this shade 11, and initially it looks a little bit too dark for me, but I feel like these shades are very universal, especially once like you blend them out. You can see it here. I actually realized that I did not use it in today's video, and I'm so sorry about that. I got the shade 11, so if you guys are like in my shade and you guys want to give this a go, definitely get this shade. I feel like this is really great for just like a really light makeup look, and I think in my get ready with me portion, I said I was not into like the no makeup look. I still put on my Hourglass concealer and everything, and like I just need full coverage like in the center of my face, but on the outer perimeter I feel like I can pretty much go with like a lighter blush and contour and all of that. I have been on the hunt for this in full size. This is the Huda powder. This is in Pound Cake, and I actually purchased the full size for Jazzy, and I went back to purchase mine and they did not have it. So I ended up just getting the mini size, and this is fine for now, but I really do like this powder. I feel like I have so many powders. Like I have Hourglass and Laura Mercier, all of which can be found on Sephora's website. I'm not really in like an immediate crisis for a loose powder or anything, but I did want to try it out. I love products that make me just look like porcelain. Like that is my favorite look. I want to look like a porcelain doll. Okay, next we have two of the Vanish concealers. I just need you guys to like breathe in and breathe out, breathe in and breathe out, because I will never not be without this. Okay, I will never not be without an Hourglass Vanish concealer. This is just my absolute favorite product. So we have a new brush. This is the Hourglass foundation brush. I want to compare this to another Hourglass brush that I have. Bear with me, you guys, bear with me. We are almost done with this haul. I love seeing what people get from Sephora, so hopefully you guys do too. This is one of the longer brushes. I believe this is a foundation brush as well, but this one is just a little bit more chubby, if you guys can tell. It's a little bit more chubby, a little bit more fully packed. This is kind of like an angled, fluffy. I've seen people use this also for under eye concealer, which I think is great if that works for you. My personal favorite is probably the concealer brush. I wanted to try this with the Veil skin tint because I just feel like that would be a really great combination. I would recommend using a brush for the skin tint because then you are able to build on it, as opposed to using like a sponge or something. Then that kind of takes away the product. I cannot wait to use this. I love Hourglass brushes so much. I'm so happy that I have a majority of them, and I feel like I use them every single day, so it's just not a waste. This is the Merit Solo Shadow, and these are their cream shadows that they just came out with. I love pot shadows like this because it's a cream to powder, I believe, and this is in the shade Mid-Century. If you guys can see that, I have it over my eyelids. I don't even think you can tell. It just kind of looks like a contour, which I love. I love that. I'm all for like just a wash of something on your eyelids, and I don't necessarily love my actual bronzer for my eyelids. I feel like I like to have a different shade, and it still ties everything together. Like I just love the way that my makeup came out today, so hopefully you guys stay tuned for the get ready with me. Okay, I next got the Haus Labs concealer. I did not try this, so I can't really say much about it. And then I also got the Brow Harmony Gel Lift, and this is by Rare Beauty. I did feature this in the video. I love it so much. It just keeps my brows up and they don't feel like crunchy or tacky or anything. Like that is just my favorite. I want my brows to still feel like I have hairs, but also keep everything in place, and might I add, it just looks so good and so full. This is the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. I am pretty much done with my creme brulee, so I went ahead and picked up another one. I'm sorry if the angle changed, but my battery died, so I needed to recharge. I next got 3 of the Makeup by Mario lip liners. I featured the shades in my Get Ready With Me, but I got the shade Burnt Sienna, Spiced Chai, and also Almond. And I love that they have like a little brush at the end and also a sharpener that comes with it. That's so convenient, and I love that he thought of that. Got 3 shades of them, but I think I'm gonna exchange 2 of them because I only really love one, and I just think it flatters me the most. And I do have it on today, so you guys can see what shade I ended up keeping. Last but not least, I picked up the Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. I'm actually trying this out today, and I absolutely love it. I did do my makeup more glowy on purpose because I just wanted that look. I did make a lot of places glowy intentionally, so I know that the mattifying spray does work, because more importantly, I wanted it to mattify my T-zone, which is where I concentrated the product, and I think it looks so good. My makeup looks so airbrushed, and I don't feel like it feels crunchy or anything. Like, it just feels so nice and just so set. So that is my haul. I've heard really great things about the products that I haven't tried, and the products that I have tried I absolutely love. So let's go ahead and get into the Get Ready With Me portion, and I am so excited to show you guys all of these in action. Let's go ahead and put some of these products to the test. I'm going to use the Barrier Build Skin Protectant Cream from Ilia, and this is such a nice and semi-thick cream. I feel like it adds a really nice layer in between the makeup. This product is a little bit more on the thicker side, but I actually really like that because my skin is really dry these days, especially in the winter. So I always try to find products that are really moisturizing. You can see it gave me a little bit of a glow, which I love. I'm going in with the Say Warm Glow, and this one is just a little bit more golden than Star Glow. It adds a really nice sheen under your makeup. Like, this will make you glow from the inside out. This is one of my products for when I don't sleep enough, or if I just feel like my skin is looking a little bit dull and dry. This just brings it back to life. Look at how nice that looks. For my foundation, I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I'm in the shade Aruba. I love this foundation so much. It has such great coverage, and it actually feels really lightweight on the skin. If I'm going to wear makeup, I'm going to wear like a full face of makeup. Like, I'm not going to do a no makeup or anything like that. I have to go full face or nothing at all, because I just don't think I look right with only some makeup. Does that make sense? I feel like some people will understand me. I'm just not one of those people that can do a fresh face. It just does not look good. For my concealers, I'm going to use Sienna and Apricot. I feel like I have not used Apricot in a long time. Sienna is one of my go-to shades for the Hourglass concealer, and I actually have like 4 of these backup because I am so scared of running out. Apricot is still very neutral, but it's a little bit lighter, and I do like that about it. I wanted to tell you guys this story actually because this happened in November, and I have not been on YouTube for quite some time. You guys know the house burned in the fire, so that was actually really sad, and I don't want to talk about it in this video because it's just, I'm gonna start crying, so I just don't want to do that. I wanted to tell you guys I was supposed to go to Connecticut in, I think it was I don't remember if it was November, like early December, something like that. Basically, I am packing, like, I'm taking the whole day to pack. Okay, this is kind of ridiculous because I should have this down to a T. I already know what to bring, what I don't want to bring, but I think it's because I had some clothes sent to me, so I was kind of trying to figure out my outfits and everything, and I did actually end up vlogging that, but never saw the light of day. I remember I packed and everything, and I was just feeling so anxious the whole day, which actually never happens to me, and I just knew that that was really strange because I never feel anxious to fly to New York. This is something that was a routine for me. I was going every other week, so this was kind of weird. I'm going to use the Rare Beauty contour stick, and this is in the shade Good Energy. And I'm just gonna put it here. I am done packing, and I feel like I know I'm forgetting something, but I just don't know what. So then the driver comes, and mind you, I don't feel good this whole time. The driver comes, he picks me up to go to the airport. We get 2 blocks down. I realize I'm missing my main black coat for the trip. What are the odds? And I normally never forget anything. I'm such a good packer, and I'm very experienced, so like this is out of the norm for me. This is not normal behavior. I realize I forget my main coat, and then I also forget a perfume. I forget my hand warmers, which was something that I purchased for the trip, and there was something else that I was forgetting. I think my camera chargers. How did I plan on vlogging? I didn't think much of it. I just thought, okay, these are things that I can easily replace, like a coat, fine, whatever, I'll just buy a new one. I didn't really think much of it, and I just didn't tell the driver to stop or anything. I had him continue driving to the airport. So then I need to take a sip of water. I have hot sculpt later, so I'm trying to like maintain my water intake. For my blush, I'm going to use the Patrick Ta She's Blushing. The driver continues driving, and I just feel so nervous the whole way. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I really feel like I'm going to poop in my pants. Like I felt so anxious, and it was so bad. I'm in the car, and then I check my watch. My Apple Watch is like, are you okay? Your heart rate is at 112, and I'm just sitting down in the car. That never happens to me. I am super healthy. Like there's no reason for my heart rate to be as high as it was. At that point, I knew something was wrong, and I just knew like it was my anxiety like going through the roof, and I never get anxiety. So this is like part of the burnt toast theory. I feel like people talk about this a lot, but I never really thought anything of it until this happened. I get to the airport kiosk. It's telling me that I have to check in with the baggage agent because I can't check in on my own. So I got there at a pretty reasonable time to where if something happened, I knew that like I was going to have to go see the baggage agent, so then I felt like I had a good amount of time to like deal with that, so it wasn't really something that I was too bothered by. So then I went to the baggage agent. She's trying to check me in, and then she's asking for my ticket, so I show her the ticket confirmation and everything, and then all of a sudden my ticket's gone. Out of the system, canceled, gone, just not there. Then she's like getting on the phone with the supervisor, and mind you, I don't have time, we're about to board, okay? I got there for just enough time to check in my bag, and like that was it. And I expected TSA pre-check, I expected clear, and so I'm not here accounting for like her having to call and like all these things. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury powder to set under my eyes, but I also got the Huda powder. I've been trying to find this, okay? In the full size, and I got Jazzy one. I bought her a few things. I think I spent like $1,000 buying things at Sephora and like replacing things that are gone. I'm gonna set first with the Charlotte Tilbury. So then she's on the phone with the supervisor. Mind you, I'm freaking out, and they're like, we can't find your ticket, we can't find your ticket, you're not in the system, like it's saying that you don't even have a flight today. And this is a red eye, okay? I'm just like, I do not want to deal with this right now. And I'm gonna go in with a little bit more concealer actually, because I usually do this anyway. This is Beach. I'm going to blend it out with a concealer brush. I'm using the Hourglass concealer brush. She's telling me that she cannot find my ticket, so then I'm on my phone frantically like just buying a new ticket. Like, I don't care. I just thought to myself, I'll deal with that later, like whatever. If I get the credit for it, that's fine, because like I'm gonna fly anyway once again. So I didn't really care for it, and then I bought a new ticket. That was that, and then checked in my bag, and so I thought everything was fine. I'm like running up the stairs to go to pre-check and clear, and then the guy's like giving me a hard time because I have my cousin's laptop that I bought for her birthday and like for Christmas gift. He's telling me to take it out of the package. Like, I'm not taking a brand new laptop out of the package. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. And I was really hoping that he was not gonna just be like, okay, well, you have to go home then, like what am I gonna do? So then he ends up clearing me. I get to my gate. I check in with the gate agent because at this point, like, I don't know, I'm just asking her like, do you see my ticket? Like, it's not telling me that I have a seat number, and then she's telling me that the flight is overbooked. That was just like the cherry on top. The flight is overbooked. Okay, I don't even know what to think. I'm giving my cousin a play-by-play because they're supposed to pick me up at the airport in the morning, or I think they were gonna meet me at Grand Central. Like, I don't remember what the plan was, but it was so bad, just one thing after another after another. The gate agent tells me, oh, this is an overbooked flight, so there's a possibility because you just bought your ticket, you're like last on the list. What do you mean I'm last on the list? Like, I was not aware that I was getting like a seat saver ticket. Like, I just purchased whatever was available and like in front of me. I'm gonna go in with the head of powder and just put that like around my T-zone, and I actually really like this powder. At this point I'm just like, okay, whatever, like I don't care, just don't put my baggage on the plane. Where does my baggage go? In cargo. In cargo. So my bag is on the plane. I'm not on the plane. I don't get called up. I'm not on this flight, and I'm watching the door just close, and I'm freaking out. I start crying, like not like hysterically crying, but I'm like tears running down my face because I've seen so many horror stories of people's bags being lost in the airport and people going through them, and homeless people getting them and putting on the clothes and everything, and I'm freaking out because I'm packing with the best of the best. Like, all of my workouts are in Darien at Solid Core, so like, yes, I have my matching sets. I was freaking out, so I was just like, okay, like I cannot do this right now. So then I go up to the gate agent, and this guy's like, okay, I'll be back, like, to chat with you. No, he never came back, and I wasn't gonna stand there and wait for him. I was like, look, I'm just gonna go home, like whatever, I can't do anything about it. The bag is on the plane, like that's fine, whatever. So then I call the baggage number for, by the way, I'm flying Alaska, so there was like no me going into a lounge or anything. Like, I was just like, got there, boom boom boom, all these things just happened like one after another. I get on the phone with them, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna tag your bag to have it be returned or whatever. I think she said something like, we'll leave the bag there at the baggage office if you're gonna just take the next flight out to Newark, which like they were allowing me to do. But at that point it was like 10, I think, so like it wasn't too late, but yeah, because their red eye is like at 9, which is, I think, is so weird. She's telling me that I can just take the next flight out and they'll keep my bag there for me, and I was like, absolutely not. Like, I'm not going. Like, there's a reason why I didn't end up on this flight or on this trip, period, like at all. So I wasn't gonna question it. I wasn't like really interested in even knowing what I was missing out on or what was gonna happen to me had I gone on this flight, had I taken this trip. I just didn't want to know. I didn't want to know, so I just said no. I said no. Bring it back to me. Bring it back to me. She's like, okay, well, we're gonna have to call you like in the morning because like we can't do anything once like the bag has to get there. Okay, whatever. Like, I don't think anything of it. I'm just like, that's fine. That's fine. Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm sitting in my home and I'm just like, what can I do? Nothing. So I'm gonna tightline with the Demolition eyeliner. I call it, like, I wake up in the morning, it's like 5 a.m. my time, so it's 8 a.m. So then I call the baggage office. They're like, oh yeah, we see your bag, we have it, we tagged it for it to go back, like it'll go back on the next flight out. It missed the first flight out, which is, I know Alaska's schedule like the back of my hand. So it skips the 4 p.m. and then I think there's like an 8 p.m. because like they had changed their schedules. So then the 8 p.m. goes out, my bag goes out with that. So that's like a whole day without my stuff, which is fine because I had my skincare stuff, I had my makeup bag, I had my cousin's like gifts with me, obviously, because it was like a laptop. I wasn't gonna check that in, and you can't. This is just like so crazy, honestly. I'm gonna use the Merit Cello Shadow. I have been wanting to try this for the longest time. They're just kind of like cream shadows. I don't know if they turn into powder, but I got the shade Mid-Century, and I actually tried this already. I love it, and I just think it's the perfect kind of like brown shade for your eyelid, and it's just like an all over shadow that I think is perfect for my skin tone. So I just put it there for a little bit of a wash of color, and then I just go in with the brush, and then I kind of like blend out the edges. And I'm not super talented at eyeshadow, obviously, just because I don't do any extreme looks. I don't think they look good on my face shape per se, but I do like a wash of color, and I think this is like perfect for that. This is just gonna last me forever, and it's like such a good shade. I love it. The next day, and I actually ended up going to Providence, which is a 2-star Michelin, and I was really happy about that because I've been wanting to try their new menu. They changed the menus like seasonally, and I was like, if anything good came out of like me missing my flight, it was that I got to go to Providence. And I love Providence so much. It's like one of my favorite places to go eat. The food there is always so delicious, and I just like love the chef there. I love everything that they have there. I'm a huge fan of French food, if you guys did not know, but I do really like French restaurants. That was like such a fun experience. Like Michelin restaurants, actually, like what the higher end ones that are like $500–600 a head are not obviously like everyday things. They're not everyday occasions, but that was really nice to have after the day that I had prior. But anyway, that whole day I'm just like waiting to see my bag get on the plane, and I actually had an air tag in it, which was really helpful because I was able to kind of see like where it was. So that was pretty much it. And then the next day they actually hand delivered it. Alaska hand delivered my bag. I had like 3 tags on it that was like rush, next day, has to be delivered at this time. So that was incredible. Like their baggage handling is literally like 0 to none. I feel like that was so good. I've seen so many horrible things about Frontier and Spirit, which like I have never flown, so I don't know. But also Delta, I think Delta was not any better when they had like storms or when nature, like, you know, natural disasters happen. Like I don't think that they handled baggage really well either, because I think people with their baggage online were saying that people went through their baggage or things are missing, or they had to file claims and things like that. And so in the bigger picture, I do think that I got really lucky. And I think it was also because it was such an early flight. There were not a lot of people in the airport. No one was there to see that my bag wasn't being claimed at baggage claim to take it or anything. So I was just so relieved at that. That was a crazy day, and I never thought that I would ever experience something like that. Let's do mascara. I'm gonna use the Lancome Seals Booster, and this is just an eyelash primer. So yeah, I don't want to know what would have happened had I taken that flight. I don't want to know like literally anything. So I'm just happy to be safe, happy to be home. For my mascara, I don't know if I should use Monsieur Big or if I should use the Hypnose Drama. I also have like a huge haul for you guys. I did a lot of retail therapy, so that was good, but I feel like my actual therapy bill would have been cheaper, but that's totally fine. Everything that I purchased I love, and you guys know I love like quality home stuff, so I really decided to invest in like my bedding again, and also just like some bath things, like nothing super crazy like art or anything, but definitely just like some bedding, everyday stuff that you use. So I'm just excited to show you guys. That is from my inner corner. I just used metallic taupe from Laura Mercier. I tried replacing it with something with like a Rare Beauty one, but it just like was not working. Okay, I'm gonna set my eyebrows with the Rare Beauty. This is the Flexible Lifting Gel, and this is actually so good. I never used to use an eyebrow gel, but ever since I found this one, I just like absolutely love it, and it keeps them standing. It almost looks like they're laminated, and I do not do anything to my brows, so I love that this just keeps it up. For my lips, I have actually 3 lip liners that I just got, so they're all by Makeup by Mario, and I'm so excited to try these. I actually swatched them, and I do have a favorite already. So let me just take it out of the packaging and show you guys. One thing that I love is they all come with a little sharpener, which I think is so helpful, because I just love when things come with other things that are super functional. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you guys. This is the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil. Okay, so almond is first, and then this is spiced chai. Okay, so these are what the shades look like: almond, burnt sienna, and spiced chai. I'm gonna go in with almond. That's like more my like something that I would use on a daily basis, and then I think I might exchange these for something else, because I don't like, this is too pinky toasty for me, and then this is too brown. I like more of like a Refi Fawn. That's like my go-to. I actually love this. When I first used it, I don't think I used it properly, and I was kind of using it as I would normally use like a lip liner, but then I realized these are kind of like sculpted pencils, right? So like lip contours. I started using them that way and I feel like it looked so much better. And I am one of those people that connects their cupid's bow. I just think it looks better on me, okay? And some people say like accentuate your cupid's bow, but like no. I think like cupid's bow connected just looks like so baby. Like, I don't know, it's just like my favorite. It's like my favorite look. Okay, and then good thing I had my bag that I was using yesterday. I've been loving, okay you guys, I have this Charlotte Tilbury lip collagen lip gloss, and I actually love it so much. Like, I did not think I would be into lip glosses again. I've used quite a bit of it, but I've also been loving this Makeup by Mario Bronze Glow, and I just realized it's his lip liner and his bronze glow. I also really love like just patting this, and I really like this product because it's like it makes your lips look glossy, but it doesn't feel glossy and it doesn't feel sticky, and it's not goopy and like gooey. Like, I just don't like that feeling, but the Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss does not make your lips feel like that, so I love it. I just add a little bit more, and I don't mind if like the color gets mixed up in there or whatever, like that's fine. Also, thank you guys so much for reaching out about the fire and everything. Like, the house is burnt to a crisp. It is burnt to a crisp. It is, there's nothing there. And it's so hard to mourn this because there are so many people just saying different things online and just being super insensitive about the fires in LA and making assumptions about the kind of people who live in these homes or where they come from, what they have, what they don't have. Like, who cares? Who cares? Their house just burned down. The community that we knew and loved is no longer there. Like, I could get into this, and it like gets into politics and everything, and people do not like what most of the residents have to say, which is totally fine. Like, that's up to you, but I just think like there is just no reason why the reservoirs were empty, why the hydrants were empty, why the city took an hour to respond to a fire when there were Santa Ana winds, there were warnings, and it's just super frustrating and really heartbreaking that this happened. And it's like, the city was a lot of people's like safe place, and it's just like really hard. Like businesses that we have supported all these years are just gone, and yeah, it's just like a really difficult thing to talk about, so I didn't want to get like too into it, but I know like that's like the elephant in the room, and I understand that a lot of you guys had questions, and I received DMs every single day asking, so it wasn't easy for sure. Oh, I wanted to use this Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. I've been loving doing this lately. This one is in the shade Pillow Talk, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is a highlighter. So what I've been doing, just really quickly, I've been taking this and I put it on just a little puff, and then I will dab it onto my cheekbones. I essentially use it as a highlighter, but I just don't put it on initially, and this just allows everything to come together. You can still see the Say warm glow coming through my skin, and that just looks amazing and incredible and like so healthy, so dewy, and just so delicious. Like, that is my favorite look. All in all, that was super difficult to, I don't want to say to deal with, but to accept and to mourn. We're still mourning the house. Like, this is just unbelievable. Like how, like, you wake up one day and your house is gone. Like, I don't know. It still doesn't feel real. Like, it doesn't feel real. I purchased some sunnies from Neiman Marcus, and my first thought was, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go to Marc Michaels because I need to get the lens changed out to polarized, and they're not there. And they're not there. I got an email for like Elise Walker, and it's not there. It's not there. Like, and I don't know, the Palisades, like, even before Caruso's Village was there, like, if you were around the community, like, before that was there, obviously, like, that's just, it was just so different. Like, it was just such a different experience, and everyone was so loving, so warming, so welcoming, and I just feel like everyone's spirits are kind of shot, and yeah, it's really sad. Yeah, so that is my little spiel on that. Still trying to accept that that has happened, but it's just like, it's really hard to see everyone struggling, and it's been quite the start of the year. That's why I say my year starts in February, because I could not believe that like this month happened the way that it did. Like, I'm kind of still in shock. I just feel super grateful for the sponsorship, and I just feel like it couldn't have come at a better time. I am just so looking forward to next month and resetting. And I also wanted to talk to you guys about like fitness goals and just my plan for the new year. And I know that people wondered like, what workouts am I doing? I had resolutions and just like I didn't really talk about it much because I wanted to kind of get a head start on it. But I think that now I feel like I'm kind of in a routine again. I can talk about it because having to evacuate and like seeing your whole town like burn in the background was really hard for me. So I did take a little bit of a break from working out, and I like lost my, I think it was like 111-day streak, which in the bigger picture, who cares? Who cares? Your whole town is burning down. Like, who cares about your streak? It was just like bittersweet. So yeah, I'm gonna use this One Size mattifying waterproof setting spray. I saw Becca use this, and she like went to a salon and like her whole face was like doused in water. I was like, what the heck? So I wanted to try it out. Ooh, I think, whew, okay, it actually is not that bad. I've seen people like choking and stuff. Like, are they just being dramatic? Because it was not that bad, and my skin still looks glowy in the places that I put it in. Like, say is that girl, say is that girl. Like, I love it. My makeup is done. I'm gonna go find an outfit and I will be back. Also, I just noticed that I left the white light on and I didn't put a warm light or like a neutral light, so the lighting might be like super cool tone, so I'm very sorry about that, but I hope that the color kind of reflects in the video. I'm so sorry, that sucks so bad. I will be back. Anyway, that is all that I have for my video. This is the completed look. I hope that you guys love it as much as I do. I love that the center of my face is pretty matte in a sense, and then the places that I highlighted are still highlighted. I love that setting spray. I feel like my face doesn't feel like crunchy or like super tight or anything, but it still feels like it set it pretty well. I think I really went pretty heavy on the highlighter and the Say Warm Glow, because I think that's definitely what's shining through. If you're using a product to intentionally highlight certain parts of your face, the mattifying setting spray is not going to dull it, which I love. So I'm super happy with how this turned out. I think it looks so good, so fresh. This is probably the best my makeup has looked all month long. Like, I have not really been putting on makeup, and if I do, I just like cry it out because of given circumstances. But I'm really happy with this look. This just makes me feel so confident and so pretty. Like, I just love this look. Again, I will have the link to become a beauty insider in the description bar down below, so you guys can find that easily. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for the video. I'm so happy that you guys are here today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it and you guys are happy and healthy and safe, and you guys have really great resolutions that you are accomplishing and crushing. It's just such a difficult time, but I just feel so happy that I can just be here, zone out, and be able to chat with you guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, you guys can leave them in the comment section down below. Again, I will have a link to become a beauty insider in the description bar down below, and there are 3 tiers once again: beauty insider, VIB, and Rouge. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.